First impressions of Montenegro.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, I'm not sure what we've gotten ourselves in for, but I'm going to give it a go. These are the walls of Kotor, and we're going to go and climb them. It's a decent way up, 260 vertical meters to the very top. And we've got two options. We can either go and do the wall, as in climb up the wall itself, or behind the wall, there's a zigzag track which goes all the way up. It's going to be a decent way up either way. I gotta say, the closer you get to it, the more imposing it becomes. That is a long way up. After a little contemplation and a quick search to find it, we decided to walk the track behind the wall rather than the one on it. We figured it would allow us to see the wall as we ascended, and it appeared to be the road less travelled too, which we always like.
The scenery in this place just blows me away. Mother Nature's architecture is just divine. Look at the way these trees just pencil through a particular area in the mountain. They're not all through, they're just through that little part there. Oh, this is just absolutely breathtaking. I'm not really one for, traditional term hike. I don't really like walking and getting all hot and sweaty. I'd much rather sit and enjoy a view. But this kind of, inverted commas, hike is really beautiful. We're walking up an old track that started in the, when did it start this?
900s.
In the 900s. So this is the passage that they used donkeys to carry what they needed to the summit of the mountain. So there is another route that you can take where you can pay in town just €9 to be taken up the marble stairs directly to the top, but we're taking the more local route today and enjoying the beauty as we go. Look at this wall. Stunning.
Rethinking that local route now, aren't you? I love having the drone with us. It gives such a different view of the landscape, and I always appreciate having the footage to look back on to put the scale of the places we visit into perspective. We were happy with our decision to take the zigzag track, but someone we passed told us about this hole which you could climb through to get onto the wall, so we headed towards it.
And boy were we glad for the tip-off.
We'd arrived just in time to see the cruise ship leaving, and now that we're on the wall, we thought we may as well stay on it and head to the top.
I'm blown away. This beautiful man is here selling drinks on the Kotor wall, and we have no way of communicating via our words, but I asked him which book he's reading, and of course he's reading The Fifth Agreement, so high five. Thank you. Yes, to your farm.
Stopping to talk with this man would change our day in ways we could not have imagined. Obviously, we couldn't speak the same language, but Dee deciphered that once finished here, we should trek around behind the wall again to his home on the mountain to have a drink with his family.
Perfecto. Yes. I will see your family. Thank you. Thank you for the drink.
And with that, we continue to the top.
So this recording might not be the best. It's a little windy. I don't have the mic cover here, or my lapel. So just felt compelled to make this little movie at the top or part thereof the wall in Kotor in Montenegro, and it's just an incredible feeling being part of history, really. I met an old man on the way up, and he was reading Don Miguel Ruiz's book, and it just blew me away, you know, the far corners of the earth, and we'd be reading the same book at the same time. And I love it. I read it 10 years ago for the first time, and it's just such a classic. It's so helpful, and you know, I've gifted it to all the beautiful women in my life, and it's changed so many of us. And for me to be walking up a mountain in the middle of Montenegro, a country I've never been before, and see an old man easily in his 70s reading this noble book, I just felt so alive and so at peace inside. And the contrast, you know, that travel brings. This morning I had a full breakfast and a coffee, and it cost me €3. Absolutely ridiculous. So I think for anyone looking to travel to Eastern Europe, you know, be prepared to have your eyes open by the beauty of Mother Nature, and it might be different from home, but it's different for a reason. Clearly nothing here is in the best state of repair, though it really adds to the charm and character. It's these vast differences we see while travelling that make the adventure so wild and worthwhile. We started our trek down and back through the hole in the wall in search of our new friend's home. Thankfully, it didn't take us long to find. We were both thirsty and ready for a break. Of course, we were welcomed with open arms by our new Montenegrin friends.
Australia, Montenegro.
We discovered this is the brother of the man we met on the wall. Clearly, hospitality runs in the family, but apparently it's this brother who is the comedian. While brother 1 sticks to soft drinks, brother 2 is the purveyor of a number of finer drops, and as other travellers came and went, we settled in to enjoy the view.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And you still alive?
You're a legend.
Kicks like a donkey.
No donkey.
50% this stuff. That'll do. One of them will do me.
Yes, cheese biggies.
He won't take no for an answer. Rakil?
Rakia.
Rakia.
Rakia. Welcome.
Zdravia?
Pozdravje.
You're hardcore.
I got to walk back down yet. You're carrying me home.
I can do that, baby.
Before long, we were being welcomed into the family home, gaining an insight into how they live.
Very cool.
Vidi, ja sushi tu meso ovdje. Eat. Ah, very good. Oh, a moment. Go to sleep.
Crack my
The
head.
beds are upstairs.
Careful, that's low. A few drinks more and Brother One returned home, having finished on the wall for the day.
People knew that it was, at the time, it was really great force.
Without a common language, it was only the bilingual teenage daughter who could speak with us, so her father asked her to translate for us.
She's special. Is this your mother?
Yes.
Djevojka, svi dobro. Fina, jesmo čestkinje.
Are you an athlete?
Am I an athlete? Oh, I love you. I love you. No, I'm not. I'm not an athlete. What did he say? He's being cheeky. What did he say?
Where'd my wife go?
That's where
What are
we
you doing?
eat.
He tried to give me meat, but I don't eat it. I said thank you anyway. Funny though is because out of everybody,
You know, when we started travelling, one of the things that we said we really wanted to do was do what the locals do, meet the locals and really get a feel for how they live. And I can tell you, it doesn't get better than this.
Don't pukar.
So grateful.
Don't. Don't.
As the afternoon passed, we were treated to more and more of the daily routine of the family. And as early evening fell, we even tagged along as the 50-odd goats were herded in after roaming the mountain all day. The kids were happy to see Mum after remaining safely in the pen all day. In what seemed like the blink of an eye, 7 hours had passed and it was time to say our goodbyes and make our way back down the mountain. After all the places we've been, all the wonderful things we've seen, this day was extraordinary. Perhaps it was because the way it turned out was so unexpected, or maybe it was the insight into this beautiful family's comparatively simple way of life, or the warmth we felt from their hospitality. Bye-bye! Whatever the reason, of all our days travelling, this day will be remembered as one of the best. I have had the most magical experience today, and it was completely unexpected.
You remind me of when I was a little girl because I used to eat peanuts out of the shell. It was so much fun, and pistachios and just simple pleasures. And that's what they are, simple pleasures. Every one of them. Oh my gosh, rocket fuel.
Yes.
You're gonna fly him home?
No problem. Welcome. 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 Very good. Da, da, kuda crazy people. Dobrodošli.
That was actually what brought in the money, and I look back now.
Cheese biggies.
He won't take no for an answer.
Just Arabia?
Prawie.